Let's keep it light, it's summer, so let's do a little favorites, current obsessions type video, why not? I want to tell you about my favorite things and I want you to reciprocate. Hit me with all of your obsessions. Okay, first up, should we start with a weird food, which I feel like is kind of my trademark at this point, because yes, I do have that personality that I get like completely stuck on a food and then I like overindulge on it for a month or 3 years until the next obsession arrives. So right now, and for the past few months, it's been something as simple and unsexy as the cauliflower. But not just any cauliflower, this is what I like to do. I like to cut the florets into like thick slices so that I can pan fry them. Not in any oil or anything, I just drop them in the pan until golden and then I flip. And then I just eat it as a snack. Either use dipped in like nutritional yeast and Himalayan salt, or dipped in my favorite sauce. Soy sauce, rice vinegar, white pepper and sesame oil. I mean, how healthy? But that's not why I eat it, or at least not only why I eat it. It's delicious, that's the thing. Utterly delicious. For the last year or so, David and I have been loving a certain strange subgenre of films that we might call films about women unravelling. So basically films in which women are so tightly pressured by society that they ultimately flip. Of course there are the classics like Black Swan, Pearl, Tar, I, Tonya, but we have two other favorites that are like slim films that honestly we never hear anyone else talk about. And it's The Novice, about a young woman on a college rowing team, and Full Time, a film about a financially struggling mother trying to get to her job interview in a public transport striking Paris. Both of these films are so extraordinarily tense, like more tense than any thriller, and your heart rate is like about to snap on you like throughout these films. Beautifully written scripts, low as hell budgets, remarkable acting. Recommend. Earlier this spring, I was going through like a reading slump where I would just pick up a book, read 10 pages and feel like, you know what, this isn't for me. It's stressful when that happens because I so rely on reading for my rest and relaxation. It's my favorite mode of meditation. Granted, I was like very mentally frazzled at this time because work was so hectic, so I had trouble concentrating and like getting into the page. Enter Deborah Levy. What an author. I had read like one of her novels before, August Blue, which I thought was nice, but I didn't really connect to it. So Levy's memoir trilogy, even though I had heard such like extremely high praise for it from more or less everybody, I was reluctant to read it because I hadn't connected with that novel of hers. But desperate for my reading slump extending, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, finally I picked it up as an experiment. Also, the first book in the trilogy is very short, and I feel like whenever I'm in a reading slump, I reach for the shortest possible books. And lo and behold, I loved it. I read all three more or less back to back, and they are all three wonderful in different ways. So playful, so energetic, so fun, and so intelligent, and so heartfelt and beautiful too. So really a reading experience I would recommend to more or less anyone. It sure cured me of my slump. Thank you so much to Songmont for sponsoring the video this week. Songmont is a luxury bag brand celebrating timeless beauty, and you know how much that resonates with me. I always go on and on about timeless trends and pieces that are worth investing in. You might have seen me talk about Songmont before in other videos because yes, I absolutely love the design and the quality of their bags. And especially I'm in love with my 3 Luna bags, which I wear seriously all the time. These bags are all from their eco-vegan collection that are made out of, get this, ocean plastic and waste materials. Now this is what we like to hear brands coming up with, innovative ways of creating high quality and versatile items such as these. I got the Eco Caramel, the Eco Cloud and the Eco Onyx colors, all with gold plated details, and I just can't get enough of them. So for this design, Songmont took inspiration from the moon, as the name Luna implies, and you can see that in the shape. But what's really special about this bag is that you can wear it in 4 different ways. Longer strap, shorter strap, no strap, or using the shorter strap to create a sort of circle strap. So plenty of ways to style this bag, no matter what type of plans you're having, from the office to a relaxing day out, or maybe a night out. One of the most important things for me when investing is versatility and styleability with what I already have in my wardrobe, and it doesn't get much more versatile than this. genius level inventive design, and you can truly feel how well made this bag is with luxurious vegan leather. It's sturdy and secure at the same time as having a buttery soft texture. I've had mine for a couple of years now and they're still as brand new. And if you take a look at the inside, there's a surprising amount of space for all of your daily essentials. So why not get a beautiful, vegan, eco-friendly Luna bag for yourself? I can't believe that they're made out of ocean plastic. Just click my Songmont link below and use my promo code. Again, thank you so much to Songmont, and now let's get back to the video. Okay, maybe this will shock you to hear, me being such a die-hard novel person, but this year I have been timidly dipping my toe into poetry. Not writing, God no, but reading. It started with Elaine Feeney's gorgeous collection, All the Good Things You Deserve, because, well, I know her a bit, so it made me curious. But, shockingly, I was bit, and now I want to read more poetry. I'm currently reading Blessed Daughter Raised by a Voice in Her Head, which is also so gorgeous. But now I want your tips. Any poetry heads out there? I want the beginner stuff, meaning like excellent quality, but not too opaque or challenging, because I want to stay smitten. You know, considering the #1 reason I read is because of my love for the sentence, it's the prose that I care about, not the characters or the plot or the concepts. It's a little bit strange that I haven't gone for poetry earlier, since, I mean, is there anyone who loves the sentence more than the poets? So please, your very best recommendations. Alright, after these few highbrow cultured obsessions, let me lighten the mood with a very silly but highly entertaining reality TV show that I've seriously never heard anyone else talk about. Claim to Fame. Have you heard about this one? Basically, it's a group of people who are somehow related to a celebrity, and the challenge is for the other contestants to figure out who their celebrity relatives are. What I like about it: 1, there's no meanness or drama, no one is screaming or throwing cocktails in anyone's face. Secondly, as the contestants guess and try to figure out the clues, so do we, the viewers. So the first season they gave us, the viewers, too much information, but the second and third season we get to know only more or less what the other contestants get to know, so we can also play the game. Addictive, silly, cute, and very relaxing after a long day of writing or editing. This last year I have allowed myself one of my favorite luxuries: to reread books. You know, I get sent so many new books before they're published by the publishers that I have a stack of dozens of them waiting to be read. Plus, you know, the amount of books that I buy myself because I want to read them since they're so hyped and you're told from everyone how remarkable they are. But here's the thing, I know what I like, and often that's not the hyped book. Often it's the opposite, the unhyped books. So sometimes if I'm not careful, reading can start feeling like it's part of my job, like promoting other authors' work or reading as research for my own work. That's why rereading is so enjoyable, because rereading a book is so inefficient. It's a glorious waste of time from a productivity standpoint. Decadence to spend time on a reread when you could be reading for research or to tick off a list of books that you're supposed to have read, you know what I mean? So rereading books, just like rewatching films, it's always been a favorite of mine. This year I have been rereading these books, and if I have been rereading these, chances are you might do well to read them too. Okay, not Madame Bovary. It was fascinating, but not very enjoyable. Now, I feel like being sentimental for a moment, because my most potent obsession currently is Summer David. David as he is in summer. I mean, I love that man in any season, but Summer David, he's nostalgic as hell. He goes searching for nostalgia everywhere, and then he brings it to me. So he makes lists of old summer films to watch on the balcony, on our balcony cinema dates, and he thinks back to childhood favorite summer foods, and then he cooks it for me. Or he has this I don't know, a joie de vivre, an easygoing adventurism mood around him. Should we go out and look at this today? Or he comes up with these summer outings, and that's what he likes to do in the summer. And don't even with David when he goes to visit Sweden. It's nostalgia on steroids. He takes me to these places around Stockholm where he has childhood or adolescent memories. And again, he cooks all this Swedish food. And then when we visit some summer house, he digs up the old board games and drinks Swedish beer. He is a joy to be around. So pleased about everything. So boyishly excited in summer. I mean, you should see him in the Swedish charity shops, how he meticulously scours the DVD section for obscure, cozy Swedish films to bring home to the collection. I'm sorry, but if I have one obsession, it's that summer boyfriend of mine. Beautiful man. But what are you obsessed with currently? Do you agree with any of mine, or do you have like other weird snacks and reality shows to recommend? And also don't forget poetry for someone like me who is like barely dipping their toes, where to start? I'm sure many of you watching would like recommendations on this too. And if you're curious about having a Swedish summer boyfriend or girlfriend of your own, I recommend getting yourself your own copy of What a Time to Be Alive. Stockholm, friendship, a little love, quite romantic and quite sad, and very, very Stockholm. I leave links with worldwide free shipping in the description, and oh, wow, thank you guys to everyone who's already bought a copy. This support from you, it means the absolute world, and that you want to read my work. So huge thanks, you're the best. It's also one of my summer favorites. But I think that's it. I'll let you get on with your summer, and I hope to see you next week already. Okay, bye.